Quicksilver is a series of research periods which examine different aspects of space and behaviour in space. We wanted to see what it would look like with groups of people who would measure in steps, in human steps, every single space in the Tate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's going to be a lot of obstacles to overcome. There's going to be a lot of people. People will be in your way. There might be pushchairs and prams and God knows whatever else. We have got to be mega on the ball with it and very sensitive and for it not to mess up.
Most challenging out of the whole thing had to be the turbine hall, where we're running up and down it. And it's crazy.
This piece of research eventually led to us looking at the behaviour of other people within that space, which enabled the Quicksilver group to stand out. And we started looking at the potential to dissolve groups of people into normal behaviour. So in effect, large groups of people would dissolve and then reform and move on.
What I'd like to do now is to just get into everyone's groups, with your group leaders, just to talk through the order so everyone's really clear about what happened.
Okay, so brains on. In the individual walking, we come out of the doors. Do you know where we start off? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We come out of the doors and we do 12, let's talk through it, 48, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Stop, this is where it gets difficult. 50, 1, 2, 3.
To identify space and using landmark buildings and partaking with the project in and around these spaces was quite rewarding. It informed me a little bit more about how spaces are used and utilised, and just general body language, how people go about their day-to-day lives.
We wanted it to happen in such a way that it wasn't presented as a performance, but it'd be something that people came across as they used that space, those public spaces, in their sort of normal course of action during the day. So you might see a group of people form and dissolve, and that would be it. You might not go on to see any other aspect of it, but you just experience pieces of the research almost by chance. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This research developed into looking how people behave when they're looking at art, and taking that kind of behaviour of people in public spaces, whether it's an art gallery or a concert hall, and analysing how people behaved and what would be an interesting way to reveal this behaviour in a public situation.
I was a pharmacist, but I've had a lifelong interest in dance. I've always danced, and I actually dreaded the turbine hall most, but in actual fact, in the end, I enjoyed it most, I think, because we've got such a sweeping space. You know, I loved it.
I decided to do the Quicksilver project because I knew it was going to be a fun project to do, and I would meet a lot of new people. I've most enjoyed just doing the performance in general, really, just getting up there, making sure people can see what we're doing.
I did enjoy it very much. The constant effort and adrenaline that was needed.
It informed me that people from all ages and backgrounds have a common way of moving through space, and I found that quite important.
The idea of site-specific works, you know, it's just a great idea, I think, and has a special quality to it.
At the end of this piece of research of Quicksilver, I think some issues emerged that we plan to continue to look at and maybe investigate further in new Quicksilver research modules. This is to do with how formations can really vanish and can really appear from nowhere in a much more detailed way. So I think we'll be looking at that next.